So today I'm going to do a short segment on goal setting. For those of you all that have weekly duties to do, you normally have a lot of tasks assigned to you and you need to get them done, and it must be done. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at yourself as underachieving. Now, a mistake many persons do is they set goals on a daily basis. Now, there's no problem, there's nothing wrong with setting goals on a daily basis. You could do it. The problem occurs if you were not able to achieve all of your objectives by the end of the day. The negative impact that could follow, the negative impact on you. Some persons, if they set, for instance, 7 objectives to be completed in one day, and something unexpected occurs that only allows them to achieve 4 of the objectives, hence leaving 3 objectives incomplete. By the end of the day, they realize only 4 of the 7 objectives have been completed, and therefore it immediately impacts their self-esteem. They immediately feel like they are underachiever because they did not achieve all 7 objectives for the day. And that's those 3 that they did not complete in that day, they roll over into the next day. So now they have 7 objectives, new objectives the next day, plus 3 incomplete objectives. And the likelihood of them now not completing those 10 overall objectives in day 2 increases. And say they were to lapse again where they only completed the 3 objectives that roll over from the last day, and about 4 of the 7 objectives for day 2, or let's say only 2 objectives from day 2, it means that they have a significant amount of objectives now that have been incomplete by day 2. And the impact, the mentality, the impact on themselves, it tends to actually now create some panic. It may impact their self-esteem. They may feel more of an underachiever. So it's not a problem to set goals on a daily basis if, number one, you could get the objectives completed on a daily basis, but it means that you'll have to keep checking yourself, evaluating yourself on a daily basis, and this could actually have a toll on you. Or if you were to underachieve, you were able to mentally overcome the impact of underachievement. But you must not let it negatively impact you. And it's going to be hard for it not to negatively impact you, because you have these objectives to be done before the day is up. And if you constantly realize that you are lagging in, you're not getting objectives completed, eventually going to have a toll on you. So the suggestion that I have is, instead of setting objectives on a daily basis, set objectives on a weekly basis. What that does, it allows you, in the event of any day that you have any unfortunate situation occurring that causes you to fall short and not achieve certain objectives in a day, it allows you opportunity to recover and focus on achieving those objectives before the week is up. I know there are some objectives that have to happen within a day. You prioritize those. But what we are trying to avoid is the negative impact of not achieving because of unfortunate. If you know that your life is prone to having unfortunate scenarios happening, then you should consider on a weekly basis. So therefore, previously, if we looked at achieving objectives within a daily basis, it means that, say we have 7 objectives per day, and day 1 we achieved 3, had a negative impact. We have to do those remaining 4 in the next day that we already have 7 objectives allotted, and then we keep falling short. So there's a ripple effect. We keep falling short every day because of that negative impact of seeing that we're underachieving. Compare that to 7 objectives per day, 5 days a week working. That's 35 objectives you have to complete within the week. So it means that you might have a good day where you get 10 objectives done. That's 10 going, 25 to go. You may have another good day where you get 9 objectives done. You're down to 19 completed, 14 to go. The third day, you might have a very slow day, a slow Wednesday, where you're only able to have 3 objectives done. No problem. We're still progressing towards getting the 35 objectives completed for the week. So 19 plus 3, we are 22. 22, we have 13 more to complete to satisfy our 35 objectives for the week. And we have 2 days to get it done. Somehow we get 10 done on the 4th day. 10 done takes it down to 32 objectives completed. And we have 3 more to go. And we easily do those 3 in the 5th day. And 35 objectives done without any negative impact. The only negative impact we might have is that we might be anticipating the week ending and we have to get 35 objectives done. But in between, you always saw that you were progressing. You were progressing every day towards achieving 35 objectives at the end of the week. Every day you contributed towards it. The only negative impact you will have is if you reach to day 5 and you didn't complete all 35. And that'll be the first instance of it. And what you will do, you might have to take your weekend, sometime in the weekend, to complete. But it avoids you having to have that daily check-in process. I have 7 objectives to do. I only got 3 today. I'm feeling bad. I have to do 4 of them tomorrow plus the 7. And it keeps this ripple effect going down. So it's a good idea to set objectives on a weekly basis. Some persons might not be able to get away with it because they have to do things on a daily basis. But for those of you all that could set your objectives on a weekly basis, it's a better idea to do that than to set on a daily basis. We are all human beings and we're all going to have some negative impact if we keep underachieving in certain objectives. And you don't want to every day be checking yourself. You had a good day yesterday, you had a bad day today, and you feel bad about it. Give yourself the opportunity to progress, but evaluate yourself on a weekly basis rather than a daily basis. Think about it, 365 days of the year. You evaluating yourself every single day. And half of those days, you're not achieving the milestones. So that's half of 365 days you have had a negative impact because you didn't achieve the objectives on a daily basis. That's very tough. Compare that to 52 weeks. Evaluate yourself 52 weeks, in which those weeks you had good days, you had bad days, but you progressed every day towards your weekly milestones. It's a better scenario to operate on objectives on a weekly basis. You keep yourself in check, but you avoid that negative impact of always underachieving, especially if you have unexpected scenarios that will happen on a daily basis. So try to apply that to your life. I hope that was beneficial to you all, and I'll see you all in the next segment.